You're watching the latest weekly CFD overview of the global financial markets. The euro-dollar pair was little changed last week. The British pound rose last week but slipped on Monday after the UK and the EU failed to reach agreement to move on to the next stage of Brexit talks. However, it found support following reports that British Prime Minister Theresa May could return to Brussels before the end of the week, in the hope of reaching an agreement on the Irish border. The UK service PMI also weighed on the pound as it was lower than expected. The index fell to 53.8 in November from 55.6 in October. The Reserve Bank of Australia decided to hold its benchmark interest rate at 1.5% at its policy meeting on Tuesday. Overall, the US dollar index was little changed last week. However, the approval of a major tax reform plan by the US Senate on Saturday continued to support demand for the dollar. Republicans are aiming to send a final tax bill to the White House before Christmas, with the House and Senate working to reconcile separate versions of the plan. The Tokyo Financial Exchange is set to support Bitcoin as a financial product, as it is preparing to launch its own Bitcoin derivatives future product. It was reported on Tuesday. The Chicago Board Options Exchange also announced on Monday that it will soon launch Bitcoin futures. It recorded an all-time high on Tuesday at a price higher than $11,500. Gold prices fell as expectations that US tax cuts were closer to passage, and as news on the politics surrounding the investigation of Russian meddling in the 2016 election had a lesser impact than expected. Crude oil prices were little changed. OPEC, along with some non-OPEC producers led by Russia, agreed on Thursday to extend current oil output cuts for a further 9 months, until the end of next year, as expected. They also signaled a possible early exit from the deal should the market overheat and prices rise too far. You have been watching the latest weekly CFD overview of the global financial markets.